I have to do it. This is the weirdest play ever, and we are going with it. I'm sorry. Bye, Jace. And now, until end of game, I'm drawing 3 cards a turn. Here it is, here it is. And with another march, I think we have time. So they might go a little bit crazy on this turn, but I don't think they can go enough crazy to kill us. Listen, we can make a really cool play here, and now we will double spell. This cannot be countered, so we resolve it, and we decline. And we can ignore it fully. This is so strange, but I think it is, man. And they need to have the right card. So we keep this guy, because it's not targeted. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today Dimir that trades life for power, for ultimate power with the might of Phyrexian Arena, but on the other side we have so much life gain with Marches, Virtue, Celestus, Sheoldred, so we are in no risk of dying, but you know who is? Our opponent. You will see some of the craziest lethals I have seen in a long time, so I think you will enjoy it. Let's go into games, and yeah, if you aren't subscribed, I think Dimir is kinda worth it, so maybe this will convince you. Alright guys, have fun and enjoy. But we need to go with the Marsh, so Duress will have to wait. I need double black on turn 3 for the arena. Alright, you know what? It might just work. So let's make sure that they don't have a counter. Thank you. Thank you. So do we go for Get Lost? I think so. Because it can kill our arena. Our opponent will be absolutely surprised why the hell is Jace in his hand still. But I think it's better knowing our hand. This arena needs to carry us. I hope they will play Jace and hope that we cannot remove it. I will probably exile card. Oh, they went for it instantly. But they didn't really get the full value from this. They definitely want more value. Oh, I want double arena so much. Alright, guys, I'm doing it. I have to do it. This is the weirdest play ever, and we are going with it. I'm sorry. Bye, Jace. And now, until end of game, I'm drawing 3 cards a turn. We do it now because it goes around lockdown and it's too early for farewell. The best they have is White March. Alright, Teferi. So we will probably need 2 turns before we recover. We are literally out of value right now. And they're drawing a lot of extra cards. Every Planeswalker is drawing them cards. But we should get a lot of value from this. First Jace. I don't know their hand, so I cannot risk it. So is it Mirex or Shelly? I think it's just Sheoldred. I'm not super scared of losing to, losing to damage. So I would just force them to, keep tapping out. They probably need 2 mana to answer it. The best case is tapping Sheoldred with the Teferi. Alright, here we go with the tapping. Just name the best case and it's here. But, it's okay. It's okay. It's fun, I've done it, but still they needed to, invest a lot of mana. Just please don't give me 3 lands. Alright. I guess we go Mirex, right? So I can go for Demolition Field. If I play Jace, I only have 2 mana. We don't know if they have counter spells. I don't want to mill them yet. Do you think they cannot answer Jace? We got rid of 1 Get Lost. I have some counter spells, so I guess we can try. So in the end I will play... Let's make the manual taps for this one. We go for Demolition Field because I want to keep my Mirex. And then we'll have enough. And let's go for blue maybe. So no, we will see. 3 mana shouldn't be enough for them to make a play. I mean, I could cast Jace. They will definitely have something, man. Like, I cannot risk. I only have 2 in the whole deck. I need to mill them with it. Especially that we're doing 3 cards a turn, so it will go really quickly. I might try to get rid of the Teferi, because it will be very mana intensive. Oh, this is actually so good for them. Alright, let's get some board. That's fine. I wondered if they will wait or they will play it right now. Now we can try to go for the Jace. They don't know they're against the Jace right now. Let's see the cards. They're super important. Like, I need some good draws, man, that are not a land into this. Alright, counter spell. That's good. That's one of the good stuff. Alright. Let's see if they go for it. We cannot kill Teferi, so the best we can do is try to get some loyalty hits. It really helps. This actually makes a huge difference.
Go how you think.
Let's go for this one. And I guess we just keep the counter spell open. Don't forget, we are drawing 3 cards a turn and we can use Otawara against something. So basically we want to have more mana than them, because we are doing so many more cards, we'll basically never miss a land drop. They might, well, probably not now, but theoretically they might. I think they're going for the ultimate, honestly. It will take them a while, so probably Otawara can be very, very good. Alright, show me. So I cannot tap more. I think they have something to, you know, defend Jace. They play like they have, so I need at least 3 mana, so their normalize don't work as great. Alright, I will pay. So they have 2. But that means they tapped main phase. And they only have 1 Jace. Alright, man, that was some serious investment, but it's good for them, of course. Alright, I need some good cards. If I draw Black March, I think we have this. Alright, no Black March here. Yoink. Try again, my friend. Try again. I have my own Jace. But they can take the card from Teferi. So I think I need the counter spell. Because they use so many counter spells, there's a legit possibility they don't have another one. Like, look at how much they burn for this one play. And if I untap, it gets easier. Alright, good for us. It's interesting they didn't go for the token. I'm a little bit scared because the token seems obvious. Maybe they will play the lockdown then. Oh, this is such a good play. I'll be honest, this is really smart play and I know exactly what they're doing. They will go to second main phase now. Yep, because if we activate the Mirex, they will lock down us. If we don't, we lack 1 mana. So what can we do? I mean, we don't really lose anything, but I want to keep... Oh no, they also tap the mana. Okay, we are doing this. No, this won't do, right? Because we still lack 1 mana. This is really smart by them, but I didn't realize that we also don't have double blue mana here. I don't really have place. So I think we'll try to go with this, because then we can force a lockdown. So it means it's harder to cast Jace, and we might draw a March to kill Jace if they just go all in. I wonder if they will... Alright. Is that 20 cards? Okay, only 1. You know what? Just give me March. Oh my god, Negate. Oh my god, so bad. Well, this actually might lose us the game. I could go Reef, so let's actually count a little bit. I don't really care about the damage as much. And we will definitely counter something, so let's get all the chorus mana. 3. I can only make 1 counter spell, but it has to do, man. It has to do. Oh, and I can play the land. So they will use Teferi tap this. -2 with the Emperor, so I guess that's why they were plussing. And we need to go with it. They were -2 Jace, but they will draw only one card, so we played this. I could go with Jace and start milling them. But what if they have Anchorages? So it has to be this. Well, our draw is definitely not fit against what they have right now. So, they don't have a lot of cards, but they might -2 Teferi, they might -2 to Jace, they can kill Sheoldred with the Emperor, so they have plenty of options. They play the land, so of course they will go for this one. There's not much we can do, unless we want to copy it. Is that the best play? I think it is. This is so strange, but I think it is, man. Like, I just want to fight for the tempo as much as possible. They didn't give me anything to counterspell, so I kinda have to work with what I have. So they need to use one card from the hand at least, and they need to have the right card. So we keep this guy, because it's not targeted. I didn't see this art since a long time, man. Alright. Counterspell Mirrex Sheoldred. Well, that was a nice mill. And let's see it. They cannot use Teferi yet, but we won't be able to kill it, so they will get insane mana advantage if they ultimate. They really want to kill Sheoldred. It is... Alright, I guess they will just march something. I wish I had more mana, but we're under a lot of pressure right now. And we're still not close to those 30 cards. I mean close, but not close enough for sure. So we will have to... Let's see the draw. You know, we draw so many cards that it makes a big difference. Huh. Maybe we just go double Jace and force them to kill us. I'm a little bit scared that they can, you know. Oh man, this is so much. 1, 2, and negate or go for the throat. So they can go for Anchorage, map token. We can at most kill one. They have some counters as well. Or I can attack the fairy, deny the ultimate. That's such a weird situation, man. He will draw one card and untap everything. This will make it so hard to play against them. I think this is the play. Listen, I'm not sure if we'll win with this, but I will definitely try. I will definitely try. Alright. Because they are tapped right now fully, so we are sure this goes through. I could try to plus, but then we don't get anything. Alright. Alright. And now the lethal race is on. We have a lot of life gains, so I think we should be fine. He will want to draw 3 cards, I guess. Even though it's untapped, it still has summoning sickness. And they want to go to combat phase, right? I don't think map tokens... Well, they kinda matter a little bit. So let's go for the long goodbye, because it cannot be countered. And that's huge here. That means one of the creatures will die on this turn, and when we untap, we will have so much, like, we will have much easier time. So we are at 5. I think they are losing control over the game. You should +1 earlier. Alright, bad draw. Oh man. You know what? I think this does it, right? They have only 3 mana, and they didn't even... Oh right, they wanted to untap it for some reason. Listen. When you draw so many cards, it's actually pretty cool. I think we won. I'm pretty sure we won because we have negate, so that means they cannot counter this. Well, Jace, you know what's coming. Well, there can only be one blue god. Alright, it's not true, but that sounded so cool. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. This was a nerve wrecker, man. Alright guys, even though we are on the draw, I'm kinda happy with the draw so far. Also our opponent is on the play, so it means we will know what we're playing against. I guess we don't really need to, because we always play against literally the same deck. Like There is no downside. We definitely don't want more tap lands. 4 is enough. We will draw more during the game. So this was a bad draw. Kinda dead card for a long time. So our opponent will play his 2-drop or 1-drop with haste. Alright, Slick Shot. Wasting the counter. I absolutely love it. And even though they can use it later, while it might not be very easy, I think they kinda wasted a lot of potential. Like, I get why they did it, but sometimes you just need to, you know, risk it, basically. Alright, this is interesting. What the cards are? Well, nothing super special. Normally I would prefer to keep it for the Slick Shot, but on the neck... Oh no! I didn't realize we only have tap lands. That's a little bit rough. Duress is nice. I mean, we could Duress. Then we go with March, we exile what... I don't really want to exile anything, man. Like, that's such a huge deal. The tap lands really got us. We drew nearly all from the whole deck, so it makes it a little bit harder. And let's see what the buff is. So soon they won't have anything to buff the Slick Shot. We're at 19. Okay, if he passes the turn, I think that's kinda it. And I'm not casting anything on this turn. Alright guys, I think this is the moment to start with Duress, see what they will do, and answer accordingly, because they probably have some pump spells. And the counters on the Druid are permanent. Alright, I mean, that's an easy choice. I see. So they will play the Seek the Beast on the next turn. They don't really have anything, honestly. So let's make sure that this isn't huge. They can buff it a little bit, but not much. And let's see what they will roll. I still have the March, but I probably don't want to use it. This is not a very good card. They cannot really use it because they need to kill a creature. So it's only Kumano, so they will go Slick Shot, Swift Spear, Kumano, and probably I would go with the Druid first, but maybe they have something here. Sure. If they go super crazy high, we can always use double March, but I don't really want to. Sure. I mean, they can kill Swift Spear and get 2 extra damage, but I really don't think this is the play. Sure, go for it, you red champion. I believe in you. You can hit your opponent for 20 and feel like the best player ever. Questing Druid. Alright, alright. And they have 1 card. Still, not bad for them, not bad for them. Let's go for this one. We don't really need this 1 additional mana. And honestly, I think we just see what he will do. He only deals 3 or 4 damage this turn, so he needs to start using cards. I'm, you know, waiting for this juicy 2-for-1. Here it is, here it is. And with another March, I think we have time. So they might go a little bit crazy on this turn, but I don't think they can go enough crazy to kill us. And I want to make sure that this dies. Like, if we cannot kill Druid in time, it will outscale us super hard, so we need to keep it low. And right now he has double prowess basically, but he has only 1 card. So it's not as much damage, especially that we have another March. We also have the Reefs. The next creature will be here on the next turn, so, you know, we need to be a little bit careful there. So do we go Celestus? I think we can just say go. The problem for him is that we are getting to... Oh my god! Man, how many cards can you draw with your aggro deck? Like, let's check it. Man, they drew 5 more cards than a control deck. Let's keep printing those. They definitely make sense. I'm salty, but that's the whole play was that they're out of fuel. And look at those. And with the, you know, snaky thing, we cannot really do anything. I cannot react to this because then they will protect the creature. Oh, I see. I see. So let's go for 5. Because that would be a lot of damage. I think we're still kinda fine, but man, our opponent drew so many more cards than he should ever get, basically. And now we can go Aether Reef to trade against something, or Memory Deluge to hit Deadly Cover Up and win the game. This is a kinda scary. How is he still having cards? Like, this is insane. How many, you know, things aggro can get? What do you do? +2. Sure. I think we just start killing stuff. They don't have priority. Let's get rid of the land because this will be super annoying. And I think we can buffer the rest. Alright, this is interesting. Listen, we have memory. Yeah, I will take it, I think. A little bit sketchy, but oh man, this is a pretty good draw. So the questing druid. If I double spell right now, I would flip, but we don't really need to. And we still have the reef, so even on board, he cannot really kill us. Let's see the card. This is super important. We are kind of forced to go for this. Right, this is the target. So we killed this one. And this top deck is kinda everything they have. With Celestus and Virtue, they cannot really burst us. Even with another card, it would be hard unless it's very good. Man, they drew 6 extra cards and we still outvalued them. Alright, our opponent goes first. Let's sit. Why aren't you a mountain? I'm not sure. I think it's a glitch in the game. Maybe the next one will be mountain. Alright, so we will have some real game on our hand, which is kinda unfortunate because we have like 3 removal spells on, you know, and they have no more ice mana. And guys, I'll tell you, whenever I do it, they always have no more lies. I think it was like 8 last times I've tried. Let's try for the 9th. Is that also no more lies? I tell you, every single time they have it. How? Man, I played Azorius. I don't always have no more lies on the play. But this guy definitely has. Alright, more removal. Removal is really bad for this matchup. Wow, they also have this. Listen, I'm countering it because I need to keep them low on resources. Like, I need them to be low on something. So far they had perfect answer, perfect value. This is the best card in the whole matchup on top of counter spells. So his draw is absolutely insane. And we are getting mana screwed. Listen, I like, we lost on draws. This is absolute disaster. We drew the wrong part of the deck, we got mana screwed. So I'm just main phasing, so I can at least try to, you know, keep up in the game. He cannot cast Memory Deluge on this turn, so that's a good thing. If they go for Anchorage, I do not mind it. It's still a little bit of value. Do I want to kill it? You know what? I do. Our draw is not very good. A long goodbye or go for the throat. I will go like this. They didn't have no more lies last turn because they didn't counter what we played. They really need lands, so it will hurt them. Honestly, if they can Soul oh no, it doesn't hit lands. But if they can bounce it somehow, it's probably worth it for them. Let's sit. Okay. Mana in the pool. Really? Sure, my friend. Sure. Whatever you feel like. Alright, so we have Arena, and with this play, I think our opponent messed up, like completely one game. Just because he had better draw in every way, basically. Alright. He thinks we don't have more removal. So, right... Oh. Okay, so I wanted to wait until he attacks, but he went for the map token instantly. And yeah, I love it. They have something for 1, so it has to be White March. That's basically the only card, and they don't want to exile 2 cards. And with Arena, I think we should be kinda okay. Man, I tell you, he actually messed a 1 game. So we are going with Sheoldred because we have Negate. So if he plays something that is too expensive, and it's the only play for the turn, we are going with Negate. If he goes for some 2 mana removal, it kinda breaks their turn, so we get even more card advantage with Arena. I tell you, man, I think they absolutely messed up. All they needed to do is pass the turn with Anchorage instead of attacking, and we wouldn't be able to get all of this. Alright, triggers on the stack. Okay, this is insanely good draw. Yeah, those draws are insane. So, we play land. And listen, because we have this kind of stuff, obviously it could be the Emperor, and I think it is. So let's make sure that we keep him, you know, below. And even if he has more Emperors, it will be very late. And don't forget, every turn he fights Sheoldred, we are getting card advantage with the Arena. At some point I will deadly cover up this on turn 6, or, you know, not turn 6, but when he has 6 mana. I would really love to draw cards with this, so I don't want to counter unless I have to. Sure. And he is focusing on the plays that matter the least. Like, killing Sheoldred is not a big deal. And that was the march from before. Because we are winning with the Arena. Like, we're not winning with Sheoldred, we just need Arena to win the game. Okay, not the perfect draw, but, you know, some value. And because of all the extra cards, we should generally have more mana than he does. Man, he started so well. And look, when he lost this land, everything fell apart. And I can go Memory Deluge. So I think we just pass the turn. We have such a mana advantage right now that we can just keep playing 1 for 1 until he whiffs. A Field of Ruin goes around Mirex. Alright. Sure. He really likes those lands, man. I think he's out. I think he just doesn't have anything more. Sure. The problem for him is that we will get a full turn to set up the rest of the game. And I don't think they can go around it anymore. And with Mirex we can kind of force him being dead. So instead of making another token, I will go for this because we can absolutely take control over this game. Counter spell. Do I want Anchorage? He really likes those birds. Yeah, let's get it. Why not? We could go for the Reef to get him to 30 faster, but I don't think it's worth it. Double Mirex. Double Mirex. We could also kill his Field of Ruin, because he has a lot of birds, and they're not killing us. First we attack, of course. I want double Mirex. We want to pressure them, so they will die to this. Yeah, I'm kinda certain that we won the game. I cannot believe it, man, he started so well. Like, he had perfect answer into Cardo. This get lost was also super weird. Like, they could get lost the Arena if they didn't waste it. So that was a big deal, actually. I told you, they have a mountain. Alright. I don't think he has enough value anymore. And we can still counterspell after using Mirex, because we draw so many cards that we will always have more mana in the long run. Sure. And because we draw more cards, we also should have more counterspells. Well, maybe not more, but at least, you know, we should be on par with it. Okay, so first let's attack before he knows how much we have. When he sees second Mirex, he will realize how quickly the lethal will go. Alright, no Emperor. That's interesting. And we say go. We don't need to do anything. Mites will do everything for us, and this is one of the, you know, next reasons you really want this mana advantage. Also, his No More Lies aren't very good right now. Are still kinda useful, but not very useful. I think we cannot use another one. I think we just pass the turn. Because he didn't answer those. Man, this is the draw. This is the draw. We definitely need more blue mana. Alright, we can discard cards, we do not mind. I mean, we don't really have the answer. But do you really think he will go for it? I might try. He can activate only one of the Outrageous, so it's not the worst. Yep. And they're actually going for it. Like, I have 8 cards. I didn't hit removal, but he cannot know about it, so that's kind of fun. I could Memory Deluge, but it's not worth it. Like, the mites are kinda infinite, and we still go, you know, 2 poison on top of what he did. And he's at 8, which means that Sheoldred can also be a win con. Do I want to kill his land right now? We could get his Memory Deluge and land. I don't think we need. We can just make more mites than he can defend, or we can just counter everything he plays. We don't need the tap land. We want as much mana as possible every turn. And we have those 2 counter spells to close the game. Alright, number 1. I think we can use everything on this turn. Yeah, because we have 3 mana for 3 steps ahead. So even though he can force something with no more lives probably, it will make it way harder. And against Porto, I mean, this is lethal on board basically. Removal? No, alright. I guess we are not drawing removal. And because of the tap land, he still cannot activate both of the Outrageous. So if he's at 9 poison, he cannot really win anymore. Like, every time he taps out, we punish him with a lethal, so it's not very good. They need some removal, but with 4 cards, this is the moment where they start, you know, not having the answers. But maybe they have, maybe they have. They definitely don't want to go to 9. But with WMEX, 8 is also very, very scary. Like, if they need 4 extra mana every turn, do I really want to? No, we are fine with it. Like, I'm winning the long game. And don't forget, every turn we are drawing way more cards than he does. He cannot cast the 7 mana Deluge because he dies. Okay, this is interesting. Well, I could just make a token. But it doesn't change anything. So let's not do it. The point is that he needs to play something that changes the board. This doesn't change the board. And it's not even guaranteed to... Alright. It's not even guaranteed to give him results. One deadly cover-up can absolutely go. I think we won't even have time to cast 1. Also, if we had any removal in all of those draws, we would just kill the Anchorage, but you know, we are going on the hard mode here. Sure. Number 1. So now he can go double Anchorage, but then he dies, so he needs removal on top of it. I think he can do it, but we can counter whatever he does, and that's the thing that will get him. Against Ford, yeah, he's dead. He won't be able to defend everything. Oh boy. Listen, this is even better. Show me. So now the removal will rain upon us. The mites will die. Alright? Listen, I just say, nah. So we kind of force his hand right now. And he's dead on board. And we have so much mana, no more lives don't do anything. Sure. Be my guest, my friend. The life gain doesn't really help against our strategy. Told you, moment you cast Duress, like everything will just rain. Yep. Oh man, but to be absolutely fair, yeah, they had no more lives. To be absolutely fair, I really think they had this game. And this attack with the Anchorage was the start of the end for them. Opponent goes first, let's sit. Let's sit. We definitely want to go for lands. So I'm taking Mirex. Mirex is probably not my favorite on this turn, but we'll take it. Well. We really want to kill Talia. So I think I will pay the tax, exile Arena, and we try to, you know, get the value. I cannot risk that they will replay Talia, so I'm taking this damage, even though it will hurt. Well. Listen, it is what it is. We don't need double arena, one will suffice. Talia was such a problem. But you know what? I think we can make it. I think we can make it. So now the question, is it arena going hardcore mode or just Jace and try to go 1-for-1? Honestly, I usually just go arena. So let's go. Let's go. With March, every black card we draw is basically 2 life gain. So I think we should be able to overpower them. But man, Talia really made it way harder. Are you really a human? Well, I guess. See, they had another. I told you, if I killed it, I would be out. Alright, that was pretty huge. So, I guess we can just go with this, right? So what I will do on this turn, I can go for the Throat Talia, pay the ward. Do I oh my god. Okay, I think we are not killing Talia. So this deals 4 damage basically. This deals 3 damage. I need to play... Well, with Arena we should be okay, I guess. But it won't be easy. Worst case we can double remove, but it's not really worth it. They don't have triple Talia, probably. Probably. I mean, if I kill the Vanguard, it makes things also pretty easy, right? Because I still pay the tax from the Vanguard in a way. Let's go. I'm not sure if that's the best play, but we'll go with this one, just because it lowers damage so much. And they should run out of stuff to do very soon. Alright, Brutal Qatar, so we will have to play main phase. Deadly cover up, please, and the land. You know what, I'll take it. Not exactly what we wanted, but should be good enough. Should be good enough. I will take a land. Alright, so what is the play? We can. This is kinda funny because this goes around ward. So if I knew that I will draw it, I would probably kill Talia because I can ignore the ward in a way. So, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Do we just kill Qatar? No, I think we kill Talia finally. I'm getting more life every turn, so we go like this. Because marches get better over time. I have 3 removals, so I don't want to exile any card because all of them are amazing. I just need time. And I think we'll get it, because Brutal Qatar, if you don't let it flip, is not good against control decks. If you... Okay, they will flip it. Alright, alright. Makes sense, I guess. But we have an anti-ward creature, which is super cool. Listen, we can make a really cool play here. So we are going with this, and now we will double spell, and because this cannot be countered, so we resolve it, and we decline. And we can ignore it fully. So man, long goodbye, just showing some class, and we are cycling because we double spell this turn, so we life gain. I don't need lands. And we still have 2 marches, the best cards, especially with the run from Celestus, it just starts to life gain some. They lost. They lost. Talia kept them in like 2 turns longer than they should, you know, survive, but they won't be able to do it. And this is the last card. Sure. I will absolutely take it, my friend. It's daytime. That's super important. We don't want to flip because we don't have more long goodbyes. Sure, that will probably win the game, but I think we just go 6. And now we gained 4 life basically in the turn cycle while they are losing creatures. If they don't draw a creature, they have absolutely 0 pressure, and they know it. This was such a hard start against Talia, but we can absolutely go through it, as you can see. And Arena, we won because we played Arena on turn 3. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed those games. Some of those lethals were pretty crazy. I'm so happy we won the control game with Robberies and Jace, and you can see how one-off robbery can change the game. One of the big things why the one-off is so powerful, with Arena you usually have insane amounts of mana, and that's why I also want to play Arena on turn 3, because suddenly I don't miss my land drops nearly ever. So late game you can mill 10-15 cards with this one, and that will win you so many games, especially with Jace, so they really synergizes well. And also you have a little bit less Memory Deluge, more arenas, so with Robbery you can kinda steal different strategy. If your current strategy doesn't work for you, or you need more creatures, you can even steal against, Mono Red just gets a lot of prowess creatures with haste, and that will probably let you raise them if you really need to. With all the life gain, I didn't really have troubles in staying alive. Honestly, in the first version I even had more life gain, but I tried to be reasonable. With Sheoldred, the virtue of persistence is not only a defensive tool, but also a win con. So whenever you have virtue, it's worth to have 1 or 2 creatures at least, because sooner or later it will come into play. So the cool part about this whole deck is that we combine like this mono black Phyrexian Arena deck that we've been playing a lot with the blue color, mostly counter spells. Honestly, it gives you more control over the game, and with those 2 Memory Deluge you can really fish for specific answers in case of just bulk of power from the arena doesn't work. And with Jace, closing games is much easier than with any of the black cards. I guess Robbery is the closest, but let's compare them. 4 mana, 15 cards, 4 mana, 2 cards. You can clearly see the difference. It's just way more efficient as a mill tool, because this also draws cards, right? So of course it has to be more expensive. But and this one, Duress, I know it seems weird, but it gives you so much. For the crucial Jace turn, you just open with Duress, keep up Negate potentially, because it's the most, like cheap card you can interact with. So for 3 mana you basically negated 2 of their plays, and believe me, on one of the turns, even if they don't tap fully, they will at least tap partially. So, having 2 plays over them will make sure that your Jace goes through. We also have a lot of Fields of Ruin because, we have quite a lot of basics into colored lands, and with double Mirrex we should be winning the game with the Mirrex Wars, as you have seen, but we don't rely on it. So we have 3 different win cons. Jace Robbery, Sheoldred just, being Sheoldred and winning every single game. It's mostly against all the aggro decks because it lets you stabilize super quickly, especially in case Arena is close to killing you. So Sheoldred is very, very useful. And with Field of Ruins, we should be able to win the Mirrex Wars, which are super important in control against control, so it can force your opponent into making some bad plays that you can absolutely punish. And with Deadly Cover-Ups, you have a little bit better matchup against control decks because, of course, you can exalt their Jaces, so even if they tap once or they keep 1 counter spell, so you can go around with Negate, you can really mess them up, basically, especially if you Field of Ruin a Mirrex and then exile it from their deck. Like, you can literally get them to 0 win cons. So guys, I hope you enjoyed some new fresh Dimir. Tell me in the comments what you think, and yeah, that's kinda it. Really thank you for staying until then. I really, really appreciate it, and just thank you for being here every day. So yeah, that's kinda it. See you guys tomorrow.